We're in our quiz and we need to add a new question to our quiz, and this is going to be a multiple choice question with only one correct answer. So let's go to questions, select add and choose a new question, choose multiple choice, select add. We need to put in the question name. So I'm just going to copy the quiz name here, and on our list of questions, this is actually question number 2. All right, we put in our question text. That's quite simple. We can obviously do all our formatting and all that sort of thing. One useful thing to put in here is choose one answer. That's often useful for students because they may not know, well in this case they will know because they'll only be able to choose one answer, but this way it just explains to them there's only one correct answer. So that's all they need to worry about. Obviously when you start using multiple answers, you may want to tell them there is 3 correct answers, or you might want them to just try and guess. It depends how hard you want to make the question. All right, question status is obviously ready. We don't use draft unless we need to. Default mark for this question will be 1. So question number 2 is worth 1. General feedback is feedback after they've answered this question, if we've enabled general feedback. ID number is not used at the moment. One or multiple answers. In our case, there is only one correct answer. We're going to shuffle all the choices automatically. So every attempt, they will be reshuffled. The answers, that is, will be reshuffled into a different order for them. We can number them if we like, or we can have no numbering. It's up to you. Leave it as A, B, C, D if you like. Show standard instructions. There is actually standard instructions there, which is actually really nice. So I might enable that instead. Go yes and get rid of that because then we don't need it. And you'll get to have a look at the standard instructions when we preview it. Now we need to put in we've put in our question. Our question was, which software product is used primarily for vector graphics? Our first choice is going to be Adobe Illustrator, which is actually the correct answer. So for correct answers, I'll just put our text in there. And not sure why this box is actually not really big at the moment. There we go. So there's our correct answer. Because Adobe Illustrator is our correct answer, its value will be 100%. So when they choose Adobe Illustrator, they'll get 100% of whatever the grade is. In our case, the grade is, the mark is 1. So they'll get 1 if they get that correct. After that, we don't actually need to set a grade for any of the other answers. So for Adobe Lightroom, which is our next answer, all we need to do is have Adobe Lightroom in there. We don't need to set a grade. We don't need to set it as 0 because there is no 0 option. So we just leave it just how it is. Choice number 3 is Adobe Premiere Pro. Again, don't need to set the grade for that. Choice number 4 is Adobe Lightroom. There we go. Combined feedback. By default, it's already got in there. Your answer is correct. Your answer is partially correct. Your answer is incorrect. We can leave those as they are, or you can change them if you like. We can save changes, and we have now added our next question. We can preview it, clicking on the little preview icon down by the side. Which software product is primarily used for vector graphics? Notice that it has reordered everything. Notice I've put Adobe Lightroom in there twice. So I need to fix that up because it should have had a Photoshop in there. So we're just going to jump back and fix that to edit. Click on the little cog next to the question. Go down here, we've got Illustrator, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, and Lightroom. So the last Lightroom, I will change that to Adobe Photoshop. And you would have picked that up while I was doing that, so you would have already known that I would need to fix that. Save again. Let's preview. Here we go, Photoshop, Lightroom, Illustrator, Premiere Pro. Fill in the correct response, and it's showing us there that the correct response is Adobe Illustrator, which is correct, because the rest are not used for that. Notice that the student can only choose one answer. They can't choose multiple answers because we chose that only one answer is correct. We can close that And that is how we add a multiple choice, one answer is correct only quiz question.